Okay, this is my audience. Hello, audience. According to psychology professor Dr. Keltner, our sense of touch is the first language we learn and is our richest means of emotional expression. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you reached out and touched a friend or someone special to you? When was the last time you gave some sort of supportive touch, like a reassuring pat on the back, a high five, a hug? According to George Howell Colt, in his article The Magic of Touch, the reality is America has become what anthropologists call a non-tactile society. As per Colt, compared with most cultures, we are touchy about touch. When psychologist Sidney Girard observed rates of casual touch among couples in cafes around the world, he reported the highest rate in Puerto Rico, which was 180 times per hour. One of the lowest rates of casual touching among couples was in the U.S. at only 2 times per hour. I personally find this information depressing. I find myself thinking, well, no wonder more and more committed relationships are doomed to fail, or that there are more instances of ailing health due to excess stress and anxiety. We've lost the vital connection with each other. We've lost touch. So today I want to talk about how non-sexual supportive touch can provide both emotional and physical benefits for adults in committed relationships. I will first discuss how touch strengthens the committed relationship, and I'll give some examples of non-sexual supportive touch. Then I'll explain how supportive touch has proven to reduce stress. And I will finish up by talking about how touch may actually enhance the body's healing process. So to start out, I want to discuss my first main point, which is that touch strengthens the committed relationship. Couples who indulge in a lot of non-sexual touching have greater levels of intimacy. According to Benedict Carey of the New York Times in his article entitled "Evidence That Little Touches Do Mean So Much," researchers at Harvard carried out short interviews with 69 couples. They prompted each couple to talk about hard times in their relationship. The researchers then counted the frequency and duration of casual touching that each couple engaged in during the interview process. They found that couples who touched more reported more satisfaction with the relationship. So, through the power of observations, these researchers were able to shed light on the obvious, which is the more we touch, the more satisfied we are with each other. Some examples of forms of non-sexual touch that couples can use to strengthen their relationships are hugs, non-sexual kisses, such as a peck on the cheek or the forehead, sitting close to each other in both private and in public, holding hands both privately and in public, walking arm in arm, reaching across the table to touch hands, non-sexual massage of the neck, shoulders, and back, cuddling, snuggling, stroking, gently caressing your partner's hair, and simply holding each other. These are a few of many techniques you can use to strengthen a committed relationship through touch. These non-sexual displays of affection can not only deepen your intimacy with one another, but they can also create a comforting and calming atmosphere in your home and build feelings of trust and bonding, which brings us to my next point, that touch significantly reduces stress. In 2008, 34 young married couples participated in a research study conducted by BYU and the University of Utah. 20 of the couples were in the experimental group and received training in non-sexual supportive touch and were instructed to use the learned methods at home with their partners, while the remaining 14 couples who were in the control group received no training whatsoever, and they were instructed to make no changes in their everyday behavior. Blood pressures and hormone levels were measured throughout the study. The results of the 4-week study showed that in both men and women of the experimental group, there was a significant decrease in the stress hormones cortisol and alpha amylase. In just the men, they found a significant decrease in blood pressure. So touching actually has protective cardiovascular benefits for men. Finally, in both men and women, they found that supportive touch increased the production of oxytocin. This hormone, which is sometimes referred as the love hormone, creates a sensation of trust and bonding, while it also neutralizes stress hormones. So supportive touch has proven to actually reduce stress hormones, lower blood pressure in men, while also increasing the love and bonding hormone oxytocin. Amazing! And just when you're probably thinking, what next can this non-sexual touching do? I will move on to my next and final point. Touch may enhance our body's healing process. Countless studies have shown that stress levels are actually reduced when our bodies are able to heal faster. In one particular healing study performed at the University of Ohio, 37 married couples were given a series of 8 suction blisters on their non-dominant forearms in a clinical setting. The researchers monitored the rate of healing and the hormone levels of each participant. Participants were also given interviews and surveys so that the researchers could measure the quality of each relationship. Researchers found that the couples with positive interactions showed accelerated or wound healing. They also found that couples who experienced negative exchanges had significantly slower healing wounds. Finally, they found increased amounts of oxytocin, the love hormone, in those who had faster healing wounds. So try to imagine on a larger scale, the efficiency of our immune systems may be affected by the quality of our relationships. Supportive non-sexual touching has been proven to strengthen and improve the quality of committed relationships. Therefore, this type of touching can potentially help our bodies to heal and repair faster. With this in mind, I think it's fairly safe to say that by using supportive touch techniques, we can potentially live healthier, longer, and happier lives. So in conclusion, I want you all to remember that supportive non-sexual touch can strengthen committed relationships by increasing feelings of satisfaction and intimacy. Supportive touch significantly reduces physical stress, particularly blood pressure in men, as well as increases the production of oxytocin, the love and bonding hormone. And finally, supportive touch may help our bodies heal faster due to decreased levels of stress. With these benefits in mind, I encourage you all to consider using supportive non-sexual touch techniques as tools to enhancing your current or future committed relationships. I want to add that the research I discussed today was only one tiny facet of the vast amounts of research done on the power of touch. I urge you all to investigate more about this subject by entering the term power of touch into the search engine of your choice, or another good place to start would be using this link to access George Hell-Colt's article, which was originally posted in Life magazine. And please, go give your loved one a big hug. Thanks for listening, and have a good evening.